YouTube, what's going on YouTube? What is going on? What is happening, man? Of course, it's your guy, one more time, DEDRICKHICKSJR, and now I'm back with another fragrance video. Smell good, family. Hopefully everyone is doing well, doing great, doing fantastic. And as always, man, it's positive energy, it's positive vibes, and of course, it is positive vibes only, all right? So we are back today to do the video that I love to do each and every week, and that is the weekly rotation video. All right, so we're gonna cover every fragrance that I wore during the week of, what was it, April the 6th? Yes, the week of April the 6th. All right, so we had a good week. Unseasonably cool pretty much all week long down here. So it was a change of pace with my fragrance selections for the week, because we had some mornings in the high 40s, the low 50s. We really didn't get out of the 70s. For many others, that might be true spring weather. Not for us. Not for us. So it was a little bit chilly to us Florida folks down here this past week. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. On Sunday was a chill day. Just kind of relaxing, chilling, moving around, run a couple of errands, doing some recording and editing. Not really too much going on. Good day. But I went with this one, man, from the House of Kingsgate Fragrances. We're talking Ginger Zest. Ginger Zest from Kingsgate Fragrances. This is a great play on Goldfield and Banks's Ingenuous Ginger. It's super close to it. If you love citruses and vanillas, that combination, well, here you go. This is an straight to parfum concentration. It lasts all day long. And it is outstanding. My guy Drew was in his bag creating this. This is one of the first 100 ml bottles from Kingsgate as well. So great take on Ingenuous Ginger. This kind of puts me in the position, do I even need Ingenuous Ginger? I don't when I have this, because this is satisfying that sweet tooth, so to speak. So beautiful vanilla, beautiful citrus, very nice, zesty, sparkly citrus with a very smooth, a lighter vanilla. The vanilla in here is not heavy in any way, shape, or form, but all in all, an absolute great wear. Really good performance. If you're interested in Ginger Zest, I have I think it's a 5% off code, Smell Good Fam 5. It's in the description. And Kingsgate has a lot to offer, man. A wide margin of a wide library of different fragrances by a wide margin. All right, so tap in on Sunday from the House of Kingsgate Fragrances. We went with Ginger Zest. Really good, man, really good. Up next, back to the office on Monday. I didn't realize how cool it was when I got up for work that morning. And I've been wanting to wear this. It did really well, even in cooler temperatures. But it's very similar to one of my favorite designer fragrances. I don't know. I think this came out first, maybe. Do we need to do an investigation? No, it's not that deep. All right, from the House of Tamine, we went with Royal Sapphire on Monday. Royal Sapphire from the House of Tamine. So what does it remind me of? This is a niche take on YSL, myself, the EDP. That's, my nose is sure of it. Florals, orange citruses, a little bit of an ambergris in here, amber in here as well. This is really good stuff. I love it, man. And I knew when I smelled this for the first time after experiencing YSL, myself, EDP, and falling in love with it, I was like, this is clearly a different take on, or a niche take on that DNA. All right, so it's a little bit more, the citrus in here come off more realistic, almost kind of like that green citrus a little bit in here as well. The amber is nice. The ambergris is just enough. I'm not the biggest fan of ambergris, but if it's done to a certain point, it'll absolutely work, and this works for me. This is great for the office, great for a spring day overall, but just really enjoy the wear. So if you're a fan of YSL, myself, and you're looking for more of a niche take on it, which, better ingredient qualities, and more natural smelling. That's what it is, more natural smelling take on the YSL myself. Check out Royal Sapphire by Tamine. Does it make me love YSL myself any less? No. I still believe it is a top 10 designer fragrance of all time. But this is great too, man. From the House of Tamine, Royal Sapphire to the office on Monday. All right. On Tuesday, I just been really enjoying I've been really enjoying a fresh rose oud combination. Really been just enjoying that style of it, and this is one of the best ones that you could come across. If you're a rose oud fan, but you're looking for a fresher take to wear during the spring and the summer, this is one of those ones, and it is outstanding. From the house of Ormond Jane, one of my favorite houses, we went with Arabesque. Wow, this is an absolute beauty of a fragrance. Not talked about a lot in the community, but on my rose oud fans, this is for you. This opens up with a very nice, beautiful, sparkly citrus that's blended in with a fresh rose, and then you get this wood base from the oud. The oud in here is not stinky, it's funky. It's not an unattractive experience at all. Blended beautifully well. You get these fresh, spicy tones to the fragrance as well. Very, very good fragrance. One of the better from Ormond Jane. This isn't going to be from everybody. It's not going to be for everybody. But this is for a particular nose who appreciates that rose oud combo, and I do. I have several rose oud fragrances in my collection that I enjoy. But this is on the fresher side. You get a little bit of density here, but not too much. For, like I said, you can wear this during the spring. You can also wear this during the summer. I wouldn't wear it in the highest of heat, but it was like I don't know, maybe I would. Yeah, maybe I would, because the quality is just there, but it's an option. Really, you can wear this all year round. If you're looking for a rose oud fragrance that could be your signature scent, if you're on that path, this is the one to look into for sure. This stuff is outstanding. To the office, great performer. I enjoyed this, man. The wearing was awesome. It was awesome, man. From the house of Ormond Jane on Tuesday, we went with Arabesque. Outstanding fragrance, man. Great quality here. Great. All right. Up next on Wednesday, I just was in the mood. It was probably we started getting colder or cooler as the week went on, and I think we were like in the high 40s with this here. On this day, on Wednesday, and boy, is this just a treat. It's probably my favorite from the house. It's currently back in stock, and it's just one of those ones. From the house of Nazar Fragrances, Mango Tobacco. Mango Tobacco on Wednesday, man, look. God, beautiful, buttery mango, cardamom, honey, cinnamon. Oh my God, a little bit of that clean kind of oudy, that boya oudy type of oud in here. That's what I get to my nose, meaning it's not a funky oud in here. It's a more clean oud from like the healthiest part of that particular tree. Because oud is kind of like from what I understand it to be, I'm not a fragrance wizard by note breakdown, but oud comes from the not rotten, but almost dying elements of wood, a particular tree. Forgive me for not knowing what it is, but just with my research, they're able to salvage it and really use it in a lot of things, particularly in fragrances. But then you have the boya oud, which is the more healthier part of that tree. And I learned that with my, learning about Mind Games is, what's it called? Mind Games, it's slipping my mind. What the fragrance called? I put it over here, but it reminds me of that. All right. So anyway, Mango Tobacco is fantastic. It's really, really, really good. It is one of the best fragrance experiences that I've had in the past year. And Terrence is doing a great job with Nazar Fragrances, but this is really special. So those who are inquiring, it is back in stock. I believe there's not much left of this latest batch. So get it while supplies last. I have a link down below in the description. Of course, King Dedrick 15 to save you 15% on wanting to experience this or anything else from the house. On Wednesday, from the house of Nazar, we're talking Mango Tobacco. Mango Tobacco. Great stuff, all right? Moving along to Thursday. Man, one of my favorite house discoveries in the last year has been the house of Regalian. And this is one of the first from the house that I truly fell in love with. I love this fragrance, man. It's a great office wear. From the house of Regalian, we're talking Mystic. Mystic from the House of Regalian. This is a soft wood fragrance here. Has some elements of freshness in here, but you get, oh my God, you get this rosewood in here that comes off like a soft, that is a soft powdery take on woods. There's some tonka, there's some vanilla, there's a Peru balsam. It's just a soft wood with a powdery, slightly powdery feel. A little bit of a fresh spice with it as well. Very smooth out with the tonka and the vanilla. Man, this is really good. It smells, it's along the lines of like Alexandria 2 from Xerjoff. That's what it is. And I just realized that maybe a couple of weeks ago when I was running through some samples, and I said, man, let me get more familiar with Alexandria 2 again. Because at one point in time on the live stream, I was getting that. But when I smelled this, I couldn't place the memory. Like it reminded me of something. And that's what this is. So Alexandria 2 from Xerjoff and Mystic, they are similar in a lot of ways. But personally, I prefer this over the Xerjoff. I just do. I just like how it's so smooth and it's so wearable for more than just the cooler months. Like for where I live, the climate that I'm in, that is key. So spring, fall, winter, summer's evening, you definitely could wear this, especially if you're going out for like a more upscale dinner where you're dressing up a bit. This is absolutely going to work. But love wearing this to the office. Great performer, man. From the House of Regalian in Istanbul. We're talking Mystic to the office on Thursday. Outstanding fragrance. Love the House of Regalian. They're doing some fantastic things for sure. All right. Up next on Friday, it was yet chilly again. And I had to go with one of the goats, right? One of the goats. This is probably gonna be on the thumbnail, but one of the goats, man. It gets the love that it deserves over and over and over again. All right. From the House of Parfums de Marly, we're talking Layton. Parfums de Marly Layton to the office on Friday. Green apple, cardamom, vanilla, just beautiful. That green fruity apple, the spices. It works. A lot of conversations about this being a mass appealing niche. This is, I don't care about none of that. Is it the most complex fragrance? No, it's not. It's not the most complex fragrance. It isn't. But it beyond does its thing. It works for a lot of great situations. I love to wear this during the fall, winter, and spring. But when that cooler air can get a hold of this, man, it just is outstanding. And I just love what this brings to the table. Now, I do appreciate the exclusive, or I like the exclusive a little bit more. Kind of suits my taste for today with added notes of coffee and oud. But this right here, it's just a home run. It's a compliment magnet. Well, I don't know. There's a three-way tie with my most complimented fragrances this week. Mango Tobacco, got a couple compliments there. Definitely got a couple compliments here. And the fragrance that I wore on Saturday, which we're about to discuss, I caught some compliments there. This is a compliment beast. It is outstanding. It is undefeated. And it will always, in my opinion, it will stand tall against time. It is really, really good stuff. And a lot of y'all already know that. If you haven't got your nose on the OG Layton, there's a lot of clones of Layton out there. There's a lot of content out there telling you to don't worry about the original Layton. Don't do that. I feel like if you're into certain things, even if you're into the clones, that's fine, you know. But I feel like at least get you a sample of the OG just to be sure. I get affordability. I get it. I'm not having that conversation. I get all of that. But when you're talking about the art of perfumery, I'm really big on where it came from, like the intent of whoever created it and its original presentation. And that's what this is from Layton. So tap in, get you a small sample, see for yourself. If you're still gonna rock with your clone or your Inspire tape, cool, enjoy, do your thing. But I'm telling you, it's something special about the original. And it always will be, in my opinion. From the House of Parfums de Marly on Friday, we're talking Layton. Layton on Friday, all right, on Saturday, all right, I was able to tap back into this one. This is one of the more stunning gourmands that I've ever got my nose across. The wearing on this is outstanding. I'm not the biggest gourmand guy, but this is an elite level gourmand fragrance that is Just simply wow. From the house of day 3, we're talking Tres Oros. Tres Oros. Wow. Cinnamon, honey, plantains. This kind of like pineapple syrupy deal here. My man Mike's just in his bag, man, with this one, man. Just in his bag. If you haven't tried anything from day 3, please treat yourself. Get the Discovery Set, treat yourself. But this right here for my gourmand lovers is an absolute must try. I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna like it. I'm not guaranteeing you're gonna love it. That's gonna be totally up to your nose and how you feel about it. But if you're a gourmand fan and you appreciate the art of gourmand fragrances, you have to try this. You have just to get your nose on it. And I just think it's that good for what Mike was going for. And again, I've had the privilege of eating some homemade plantains before. With this, I remember it's like this honey cinnamon butter kind of drizzle that was with the freshly made plantains. Out of body experience. I'm about to turn this into the Food Network, but out of body experience with what I experienced by eating some homemade from scratch plantains, and with that cinnamon honey butter sauce. That's what this is. That's what this is. It is absolutely outstanding. Great wear. I did wear this to work. It was cool enough. I think it was the coolest day of the week. Maybe it was Saturday. It was like 45 degrees that morning. And I said, oh yeah, the high was like 69. Beautiful day, perfect day. And it just absolutely, it shined. I was complimented throughout the day. While I was at work, it was a long work day for a Saturday. But I was complimented throughout the day. We have drivers coming in and out of my building. Had a couple of those guys like, man, what you got on? Type of compliments. Some of my team members kind of picked it up when I first walked into the building that morning. But again, gourmand lovers, tap in. Beautiful, sexy fragrance from the house of day 3. We're talking Tres Oros. Tres Oros. This stuff is outstanding. All right, one of the top from day 3. I don't know where it sits with Bonnie and La Tacita de Cafe and Aylin. We got to talk about that later. All right, so there you have it. Those were the 7 fragrances that I wore during the week of April the 6th, if I must say so myself. Fantastic fragrance week. But of course, what did you guys wear? Drop it down below in the comments. What was your rotations? I love reading them. I love talking to y'all and chopping it up with y'all about y'all rotations. And looking forward to see what you guys wore throughout the week. I have all kind of affiliate links down below for those who are trying to save money on most of the fragrances that we talked about today. So save you some money. If you're going to shop, why not save money? Why not save? I do get a small commission on some of the links, not all of them. But at the end of the day, I'm not concerned about that. I'm concerned with, if you want to try it, save you your money. I do appreciate the support, and thank you guys very much. On the road to 25K. We're gonna have a great time on that live stream coming up really soon. And I look forward to it. So thank y'all for your support. Enjoy your week, and I'll be seeing you guys on the next one. As always, splack it up, splack it down, splack it that thing all around. And remember, what you put onto this world is exactly what you are going to get back. All right, y'all. Peace, man. And of course, splack.